Hey Virgos, welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot, and welcome to the last weekend of September. This is going to be your weekend read for September 27th through the 29th. Can you believe it's already almost over? But we are coming into harvest season with October. So, and in particular, we're coming into Libra season, which is all about balance and all about the scales. So before we get started though, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all your love and support. I also, can't believe it too, on the 24th here this last week, we reached 1 year old. So I started this channel, I can talk, on September 24th of 2023. And I will say, so for me being a creative arts healer, I've done a couple things on YouTube, but I never dreamed that I would start a YouTube channel when I decided to take a leap of faith with creative arts. And I can only describe it as that it just made sense. And to see what it's grown to in a year because of each and every one of you guys has been amazing. And the way that we've been able to connect and resonate with the cards and through the messages, as well as astrologically and through music therapy, it's just really changed my whole entire world. And so I just want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your love and support. This would not be what it is. The Honey Sea Star Tarot would not be what it is without each and every one of you guys. So let's get started before I start melting. Just saying. But either way, on the 27th, as we come into this weekend, the sun is going to be in Libra. And at this point, it's also sextile with the moon, which is in Leo. And so this is where home is really within, but also too, it's wherever you go. It's with friends, it's with family, it's with your relationships. And so you'll feel a deeper connection basically to your surroundings, to the people that you're with, the memories that you make together. And with the Eight of Swords in reverse, this is basically kind of like the beginning of an awakening. It's the release of constraints and breaking free from any type of bondage or, any type of aspect of an injustice. And it's through forgiveness, it's being forgiven, but it's more importantly, it's the freedom and liberation of taking that power back from any type of issues that were holding you back, fear that was holding you back. Like I say, home is within, and it's also wherever you go, you're finding those connections. And so really now is the time too, if you've been feeling like you've been drifting a little bit here and there. Friends and relatives really are here to help at this time, especially during the sextile between the sun and the moon, with it being in Libra and Leo. Say that 10 times fast. Anyway. But this is a time really where it's, like I say, friends and relatives are here to help. And so if you've been feeling like you're standing alone or dealing with too much or wearing too much weight, now really is the time to look around. Don't be afraid to ask either, because there's people surrounding you that want to lift you up, that want to help support you, and also to reciprocate the type of energy that you've always given them, that love that you've always given them. And if you're ever afraid to ask for help, the one thing because I struggle with that, no pressure. But the biggest thing about it is I've learned through time to ask myself, like, if somebody asked me this, how would I feel about it? Like, put the shoe on the other foot. And in most cases, don't get me wrong, as long as they don't cross boundaries, I'm more than happy to help. And you'd be very surprised, even though it's so hard to ask for help, how people want to reciprocate that, how they want to come in. So that's my only spiel on that. We also have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then also the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is interesting. So this is kind of an awakening to what was unbalanced, or feeling again, feeling like you're standing alone, feeling overwhelmed in that, or feeling a worry of financial instability. This is about basically kind of, being worried of, or a course correction, I guess is how I would put it. And it's due to unrealistic aspects or impulsive or naive notions. There's been basically maybe bad news that you've been having to look at, some irresponsibility, especially, or worry of irresponsibility with financial pieces. But this is a weekend really where, like I say, home is within, and wherever you're going, it's all about being connected to your surroundings. And so you're kind of looking at things in a different light, basically, is kind of how I would put it. You're seeing things for what they are. And also too, I mean, this is crazy. You are absolutely using your intuition, and you're learning. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but playtime is going on in the kitchen at the moment. We're going to take that as he's been very feisty tonight. So I'm going to take that as his confirmation that he's cheering us on, no pressure. But this is where really you're using your intuition. You're kind of seeing, maybe taking another look at unrealistic goals or things that were unbalanced and were really unrealistic expectations even upon you that have led you to feel overwhelmed, being taken advantage of with the naivety. But it's basically taking too much of the world on and not allowing others in some ways to take responsibility or to voicing that boundary, I guess is how I would put it, maybe in a delicate Midwest nice kind of way. But this is where you're really using your intuition, you're using your perceptiveness, and you're really seeing things. And most importantly too, I also see a lot of clairvoyance here in this. Like there's a lot of unrevealed future that you may be seeing in your dream state at this point, where your higher self has really been communicating with you quite dearly. The world here as well is that, what I see in this is if you have been feeling like you've been taken advantage of, Spirit's doing this to show you your future, show you the fulfillment and completion and the assured success that really truly is yours in this new chapter. And this is kind of like the beginning of an awakening where, again, friends and relatives are here to help, friends and family. And this is a time really, truly where... There you go. Wow. Where if you have been feeling alone, this is where victory and celebration and support is coming in. You could also find that you're invited to some social events here just out of the blue, or have been planning some as well. But either way, it's about coming together. And that's really your justice. If you have been feeling like you've been taking the weight of the world all on yourself, this is your justice. This is an awakening to a change of this. And it's through standing in that strength of kindness and compassion. And also too, knowing when to give your energy, giving your energy to those who deserve it, and choosing love over hate despite what other people may choose for themselves. And knowing that that's their choice, that's their life. But more importantly, you have the power of your own. You don't need to bite into their antagonism, basically, is what I would try and put that as. Now, on the 28th, the moon, which is in Leo, is also going to be sextile with Jupiter, which is in Gemini. This is a time of sharing and remembering and creating memories. Side tangent too, for the career side, it's also a good opportunity for money, as well as opportunities in business. And then just as with the change of the seasons, you may also find an inclination where it's, you're pulled artistically towards changing and decorating with the seasons. Your home is wherever you go. So whether that's in your home, changing out your plants, getting ready for that fall season, or harvesting from what's been in your garden, taking advantage of what's, the late bloomers. I always love this time for the aster. But this is change, basically, and this is about coming together and changing with the seasons. And now is the time of harvest. It's the time to, basically for Virgos, especially with financing, kind of in our wheelhouse at the moment. It's about getting out there and networking with the right people. But don't be surprised if you do have some business opportunities maybe unexpectedly come through. Now, also too, what I see in this is that a lot of you guys, a lot of us here, due to being taken advantage of, due to, bad news, emotional instability, or even financial instability, there's been a heavy-heartedness about this. It gives me the feeling of, it's like, you're being taken advantage of and there's nothing that you can do about it. you walked into something that now you're committed to, basically. And there's some regret, is how I would put it. I'll only laugh because I can relate. Anyway, but this is really, you're kind of coming into this weekend, and you may basically, where stalemate and indecision was or confusion was, you're making a difficult choice. This is a new beginning. You're using your intuition on this new beginning as well, but really, most importantly, you're using your discernment. Like I say, he's so feisty tonight. I don't know what it is. He's celebrating with us. So, ode to Charlie here. Either that or he wants to maybe take over and do the reading. No pressure. Does anyone understand cat? But either way, this is the beginning of prosperity. This is also an opportunity for new relationships, new opportunities. And so, like I say, there's kind of an ending to... Sorry, if you saw what I saw, that was hilarious. I think that was like kitty takeoff moment. I'm not sure if you heard that, but anyway, refocusing. I apologize, guys. But either way, this is a beginning of prosperity for you. And also too, like I say, new relationships and new opportunities that could also bring in new money opportunities. And it's through the positivity, through your creativity. And so whatever you're doing, it's definitely related to any type of art that you create. And like I say too, with this sextile between the moon and Jupiter, it's all about sharing. It's all about creating. And these are joyous memories and opportunities. And then as we close out the weekend on the 29th, the moon is going to be moving into Virgo. So we will be back in our wheelhouse, is kind of how I put it. It makes our analytical and our critical and our productive aspects to us really highlight and really come to the focus, as well as our health consciousness. And so just reading this a different way, if anyone has been struggling with any type of health conscious goal, let's just leave it open in that way, whether it be an addiction or weight loss or whatever, wanting to work out more, getting into a new routine, some kind of change that you're adapting to. This is a time where you will really have a leg up when we move into, or when the moon moves into Virgo, I should say. And so take advantage of that. It's a great time too to kind of, I hesitate to use the word resolution because it's so associated with New Year's, but kind of make those resolutions. You'll find it a lot easier to really commit to them too as well, because you'll have that analytical reason about you, as well as the productivity, the energy behind it, and the planning. But so either way, with this really is the start of something new. And I'm so excited to hear. No pressure. If that resonates, please, and you feel comfortable, share your story in the comments below of what comes in this weekend. There's good news. Where there was bad news in the past, now is coming in with like a flood of good news and inspiration. And again, it's through change and creativity, but this is the start of something new. And it'll renew your interest. It'll rekindle a passion within you. And what I see in this is like it's the end of a season. With this harvest coming in, where is as ironic as seasons would be, because we're coming from summer to fall, but at least in the Northern Hemisphere. But if you're coming from a winter seasonally with like depression or loss of motivation or stagnation and frustration, this is the end of that, and you're coming into this harvest season, this rebirth of a rekindling of passion, just like fall is when you start kindling that fire. Don't be surprised that really is what you're going to be feeling. Also, too, I want to say too, Mars currently, which is in Cancer, is going to be trine with Saturn, which is in Pisces at this time. And so expect high endurance within you. This is also a blessing of good health and great enthusiasm in what you do. So this does not surprise me in the cards here either. But it's all about entrepreneurship. And so that's where I say if somebody's building something, whatever you're starting, whatever you're getting off the ground, whatever new venture in what you're building entrepreneurially, or even in your professional success, this is going to be kind of like a monumental move this weekend where a door truly does open through your connections. Sorry so much about Charlie here. I really hope it's not too bad on the video. But either way, this is truly moving on from past regrets and moving forward in a lot of ways. It's about acceptance, but most importantly, it's about growth, putting the past behind you and not letting the past really shape the decisions and the movement here that you have going forward. It's also too, I will say, success is the best revenge. And so what I get in it in a lot of ways is you're rising to your success. You're rising above your past and your past sorrows. And if that resonates, put a heart in the comments below. Let us lift you up on this channel just as much as you lift us up here. But what I see here as well is Spirit saying in this new beginning, it's going to have financial gain, absolutely. There's some change in your money and some career opportunities, like a third time that's come up in this reading. But also, too, there's going to be more responsibility. So again, we kind of started with that forewarning of overburdening. Sorry, guys. You may find that you're a little bit busy as well with this. So just be careful. What I also see too is that you've got an ending to deception, basically, where you were naive and being taken advantage of or put in like possible financial hardship or spiritual hardship or even enduring financial difficulties due to being taken advantage of, going through that winter, like I say. That's coming to an end. You're standing in your Empress power. This is the birth. And no pressure, but you're also very fertile right now. But now is the time where you are being lifted up by your relationships, by those around you. Your surroundings will also be turning into, from rags to riches is kind of what I would put it as. And this is absolutely the arrival of good news. Like I say, this is a new beginning, and it's the end of deception. It's the end of that backstabbing, that gossiping, or the fear of failure even, or just that feeling of exhaustion. This is the time where you will be rekindling that passion within you, laboring towards your goals through your diligence, your long-term goals. These are really going in your favor, and the universe is in your favor. I promise I'll stop after this, but this is just crazy awesome. And there's an excitement behind this. There's a freedom behind this. There's justice on your side. Justice is in your favor, and it's deserved. It's deserved through all your hard work, through all of your focus towards that long-term goal. What I also see in this is that if you have been going through any type of legal aspects, fairness will be brought, and judgment, is in your favor basically. But it's through your truth, and it's through standing in that truth. Like I say, a lot of it was due to the nativity. You kind of came into something where you were taken advantage of, and I think it was because you were also very vulnerable. It brings to mind, desperate people do desperate things. And so now it's kind of a point where it's looking at that and no longer is it standing your ground and fighting for what needs to really be spoken, fighting for and recognizing and acknowledging your rights. And so what I also want to do too is pull some spirit animal totems here, see if there's any additional messages we have this weekend. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So, no pressure. This one's going to get to me. The heron is patience. If that resonates with you guys, if you've been struggling with patience, maybe a little bit, no pressure. Put a heart in the comments below. Let me know that I'm not alone. But either way, the heron is all about creating a place in nature stillness to be renewed. This is about taking time alone to find that balance so that you can step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards, and Spirit is just reminding us, do not give up. Stay strong. And also, too, a reminder, friends and family are here to help. Now is the time to share, to create, to remember, and to change, to transform with the seasons. And with the lion, I love these guys. I mean, it's so appropriate. Charlie's been singing this whole time. But with the lion, it's all about the higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. See? No pressure. Just saying, confirmation. Make noble choices for make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Now it's all about you and your tribe, and it's about taking care of each other, coming together. With the moon being sextile with Venus as well on the 29th, Venus is in Scorpio. And when the moon moves to Virgo and Venus is in Scorpio, it's a wonderful time for love, for relationships, no pressure, beautiful meals and social gatherings. But it's all about that coming together. And with harvest now, it's only appropriate. But like I say, the biggest thing is friends are here to help. Family is here. You are absolutely not alone. Now, I do also want to just look at our major arcana. Music therapy is a wonderful way to get your chakras open. Also, too, these are big movements within this weekend. So it's a wonderful synopsis to kind of sum things up and kind of rekindle our focus. As a reminder, though, too, for any type of chakra realignment, especially with music or sound baths, drink plenty of water. Once you get those energies moving, especially when they're realigned, it's great to detoxify as well as to replenish and refill. But what we pulled here is the E, the F sharp, the A, and the G sharp. And I know how these came out. This, and this. Okay. This is cool. I'm just saying, who I'm reading for here has such a beautiful light about you. I am hugging you right now vibrationally. But what this is talking about is finding your strength through harmony, through your tribe, through love and compassion, and finding that courage, that power, and that fortitude within you to stand in your high priestess power, utilizing your intuition, connecting with the divine, connecting with the universe, and really, truly, like I say, if you're, a lot of you could be having some good conversations with your higher self while you dream. And so if you remember your dreams, no pressure, and you feel comfortable, share what you dreamed this weekend, I guess is what I would put it as, in the comments below, because you've got a lot of messages coming through in the 5D. But basically, this is about completion and, most importantly, triumph. This is a new chapter. I also see a bit of travel, no pressure, but this is about celebration and success, and that justice through truth is in your favor, and balance and harmony will be restored. So, no pressure. If that resonates, by all means, please, put a heart in the comments below or share your story, because this is a beautiful reading. I hope it helps. Also, too, no pressure, but if you feel so inclined, please support this channel. Your love and support means the world and is what's been making this channel what it has grown to be. And so please like, share, subscribe. Also, too, check out our store. All of the designs are meant to uplift, empower, and inspire. And so check them out. Let me know what you think. But they're all about power words so that we can empower your day as you move forward through your journey. But either way, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful end of September. Sending all my love and light. Take care.